Hey, good evening. How are we? Hope everyone is good this evening, feeling happy, healthy, confident, enjoying your lives as much as we can at the moment. My life can be a little bit odd right now. I've got 1,000,001 notifications coming through on my phone. I forgot to turn them off. Hopefully it won't distract me too much. So I just wanted to jump on, and if you're jumping on now, say good evening, say hi, let me know that you're there. Let me just tap this screen a little bit. So I wanted to share a little bit of my thoughts on just some stuff that's been going on in the not in social media, in the world of media today, around like TV, and a little bit on. Actually, luckily, hasn't really been on my social media very much. Hiya, Karen. I am quite lucky in that I control my news feed, so I control and I only have positive stuff on there. I don't allow any negativity into my life whatsoever. So this is not a negative live. It's absolutely a positive one. I just wanted to set some stuff straight. And I actually posted a live really weirdly. Hi, Laura. Really weirdly, 3 years ago to the day. I did an almost identical live to what I want to talk about now, in response to a similar sort of article. I can't even really remember what that was. I think it was a newspaper article maybe, or something like that, or a radio program or something, where somebody was criticising network marketing and what it was like and what it did. And these things that people say like it's factual. Right, let me get number one, right? Number one thing I want to get out there, and feel free to share this, by the way, because it's really, really important that people understand what network marketing really is and what it really can do for people. And the number one thing I want to say is people have a habit, some people, not everybody, some people have a habit of saying things like it's a fact, like it's factual, right? And a platform that they've been given by you and by me and by the public, and they use that platform, hey Jasmine, to say something that's actually just an, in this case, totally misinformed opinion, but an opinion nonetheless, of which absolutely people are entitled to, right? Me included, and whoever it was that said it this morning. But people have a habit when they think something, when they think they've got a platform where they're allowed to speak out, and they use it to say stuff that they make it sound like it's a fact, right? That's something that is literally just her own opinion or their own opinion, and they say it like it's a fact. So let me tell you right from the get-go, people who say that network marketing is not a real business, is not a real opportunity, is not a real thing, are factually incorrect. I don't care if you were on This Morning, I don't care if you're on the BBC, I don't care if you're on the radio, I don't care if you are famous, I don't care who you are. To factually make something sound like it's like your opinion is factually correct is not only irresponsible, it's kind of embarrassing, right? It's embarrassing to completely write off an entire industry that is supporting women, helping women, not only women, but men as well, but particularly in this case, I want to talk about what this does for women, to completely write off an industry that supports women to stay at home with their children, that helps women to be financially independent, that helps women to stand on their own 2 feet, that helps parents to be present parents in their children's lives. To take a platform that somebody gave you, whether that's, to be a TV presenter or whatever that might be, to take that, frankly, a role you probably don't deserve, to take that and use it in such an irresponsible manner is irresponsible, embarrassing, shows a complete lack of integrity. And the reason why I'll tell you, it shows a complete lack of integrity, right, is because it's factually incorrect. I don't know, and I can't remember exactly the words that we used, and I actually don't want to give any airtime to the programme, to the people, to the actual programme itself, because I don't even want anybody to go and spend time looking for something that is factually incorrect and actually takes people down a garden path. But what I do want to do is stick up for an industry that has completely transformed not only my life, but the life of hundreds of thousands of other women all over the world. And for one person, for one person or two people to share something that is factually incorrect and say that something is, she said something along the lines, if you want to lose all your friends and family, then get involved in network marketing. What an absolutely ridiculous, irresponsible, stupid, airhead, thick thing to say about. She's basically taken every woman who does this for a living, whether it's a small additional income that pays the bills, or whether it's life-changing kind of money, or whether it's, you know, just a bit of money that helps to pay for holidays or pays the gas bill or whatever it might be. And by the way, in our industry, there is everything from the small end of the spectrum right to the other end of the spectrum, because what our industry is, which she failed to mention or talk about, or the girl who's given it 4 months of her life to make it work. What else have you ever done for 4 months and really made a massive success of it? Come off it. How embarrassing to not have an alternative viewpoint than somebody who's given something 4 months of their life. You could get 2 people who ran the London Marathon, one of whom trained every single day for a year, another person who rocked up a couple of weeks beforehand and wore their, you know, fashion trainers and didn't finish the marathon. Oh, and who do you get on to talk about marathon training? Do you get the one who's actually put the effort and the time and the research into it and eaten properly and trained properly and shown up every day? Is that the person? No, let's not get that person. Let's get the person who turned up at the last minute and didn't train and didn't put any effort in and didn't learn anything and didn't get involved in it. Let's ask her whether anybody can run a marathon. How embarrassing. And then go, oh, by the way, anybody who does a marathon's an idiot. That's essentially what they did. Anybody who does this business, you're going to lose your friends, you're going to lose your family, you're going to annoy people. Well, maybe if you don't do it right, if you're not taught properly, or if you just think you can get rich quick or whatever. This business is changing lives all over the world every single day if you do it properly, right? But like any business, any industry, anywhere in the world, of course there are some people who don't do it very well. Of course there are some people who want to slag it off. Of course there are some people who aren't successful. Guess what? This is life. Where else is everybody who does something successful? Nowhere. But what this is something where everybody who does do it and wants to be successful can be, right? Can be. What's the difference, right? Everybody can be successful if they want to be. So why are some successful and some not? It's not the industry, it's them. If you're not successful at something you do, that's not somebody else's fault. That's not the industry's fault. If you open a shoe shop and you don't sell any shoes, does that mean that the shoe shops don't work? Of course not. It means that you didn't do what you needed to do. You weren't in the right place or the right marketplace, or you didn't open on time, or you didn't do it properly. You don't write off a whole industry that's helping women every single day to have a life, right? Network marketing weren't furloughing people. Network marketing weren't making people unemployed in the last 12 months. This business has saved people's arses this last 12 months. Right? This business has given people the ability to pay their bills, keep a roof over their heads. I've got team members all over the world that are so grateful that they either started this business or they already had it when this came along. So not only is writing off an industry in general irresponsible, at the moment, what that, I'm loath to call it a TV programme, right? What those people did this morning on that programme was take away the opportunity for somebody. Somebody will have been looking at this industry or will have looked at it in the future, and they'll believe that woman. I'm not even going to give her a name. They'll believe that woman that it's not a real thing. It is a real thing. It is a real thing. I have been working in this industry for 8 years this month, right? Not just me. Hundreds of thousands of people all over the world work in this industry every single day, earning totally various different amounts of money. I've never, ever brought anybody into this industry and said, you're going to be a millionaire in 5 minutes. If anybody tells you that, of course it's not true. Nothing in the world is that simple, right? I can show you woman after woman after woman after woman after woman, parent, mother, old, young, and we work hard, right? We work smart, we work hard, we work around our children, we work around our families. We are juggling everything. And for you to say that this is not a real industry and not a real thing, and it is annoying people, is downright unacceptable and rude. So I want to literally reach out to people and say, this business is real, it's incredible, it's empowering, it will give you confidence, it will give you the ability to stand on your own 2 feet financially, it will help you to pay your bills potentially, it will give you confidence, it will give you friendships, it will give you community, it will give you love, care, connection, it will give you mentorship, irrespective, right, of which company you might be with. I mean, of course, there are different companies in any industry, right? You could go out into the mobile phone industry and there's lots of different companies operating in lots of different ways and advertising in lots of different ways. Do you write off the whole mobile phone industry because you don't like the way that Motorola advertised, or you don't like the Apple concept, therefore the whole mobile phone industry must be corrupt in some way? It's ridiculous to be like that, to behave like that. But that's a big conglomerate industries, right? This is people's actual day-to-day livelihood, right? What we do is give people the opportunity to earn money, big money, small money, and anything in between. We give that opportunity to individual, normal people like you, normal people like me, the opportunity to share something that we love, a product that we love, with other people and get paid for it. I don't see anything wrong with that. That makes sense to me. That's a savvy, sensible income opportunity, surely. Take a product, feel the benefits, or use a service and feel the benefits, recommend it to other people, and somebody will pay you for that. What? I don't see what's wrong with that. I think everybody should do it, right? It's a savvy, sensible thing to do, to have a second income. For the first 12 months of doing this business, I did it alongside my full-time job, around my kids, around my family, around my full-time commitments, around everything I had going on. To sit on a platform, on the television or the radio or a magazine article or anything like that, the platform that somebody has given you or them, and disregard your fellow women, right, who are working hard, but working smart. And do you know what's wrong with it? People who don't succeed in this, instead of going, I can't do it, or I didn't do it, which is difficult to do, it's easier to go, there's something wrong out here. There's something wrong with the industry. There isn't. There's something wrong with you, right? If you have to disregard hundreds of thousands of women all over the globe who are creating second incomes, replacement incomes, putting food on the table, roof on their heads, paying their bills through this industry, if you have to disregard all of those women and how hard they work and what they do because it didn't work for you, then shame on you. And that TV programme, shame on them, because what they should have done was given both sides of that argument. There is an actual direct selling association, right, group, who regulate everything that we do, everything that we say, how we come across, the way that the industry is regulated. Ask them what this industry really is. I went to the European Parliament and spoke about the impact of the direct selling business has on women and the entrepreneurial women and how they can stand on their own 2 feet with it. Do you really think that the European Parliament would have invited me to speak there if this was not a real thing? Come on, it's 2021. It's 2021. This isn't 1960 where we have to keep women in a box and behave ourselves and we can't be financially independent. I was actually embarrassed that there wasn't a second side given to this argument. It shouldn't even be an argument, right? It's a legitimate business opportunity. It's a legitimate chance for normal people. In fact, I actually fundamentally believe it is the only way. I'm 44 years old. I've been doing this for 8 years. Before that, I worked in FMCG. I worked very hard. And you know what? I was never at home. I was away working all the time. I was working like long hours. I was working away from home. I missed parents' evening. I missed I missed Molly's first day at school. I missed sports days, all because I was working in a traditional job, right? Which was okay. Everybody was fine with that. But the minute somebody steps outside and does something different, I was like, I don't want that for my children. I don't want that anymore, right? When I was able to say, do you know what? I can create, through the network marketing industry, through the direct selling industry, I can create an income, and you can create an income, and so can you, and so can you, and so can she, and so can that person from home that pays me the same amount for me and others. Actually, I worked hard at it. I worked really hard at it. I put everything I had into this, energy-wise. Not financially, by the way. It was 50 quid to join the business that I'm in. £50. Where's the risk in that? There isn't one. So to say that it's risky and people lose their money and they lose their friends and they lose their family, well, unless your friends and family are paying your bills, which I love my friends and family, but they never paid the bills for me, then we've each got to decide what's right for us, right? So the business that I do now, I'm at home every single day. Every day with my children for the last 7 years. This last 12 months, when it's been the hokey-cokey in and out of school, when the shops have been closed and the schools have been in and out and everything that's going on, I haven't had to worry once about childcare. I haven't had to worry once about money. I haven't had to be concerned at all about how am I going to have my kids looked after so that I can work. I haven't had to worry about homeschooling because I need to work, because I own my own business and I own my own life and I don't have a boss. And it's not just me. It's not just me. It's hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. This industry is real. It's actually not going away just because one or two people think that they can slag it off on the television. Grow up. Grow up. This is 2021. Women are able now to stand on their own 2 feet financially. They're able to do stuff that means that they can have children. Do you know what people used to say to me? You can't have it all. Guess what? Yes, you can. Yes, you can if you want to, if you're prepared to work hard enough. I never ever bring, hi Paige, I never bring anybody into my organisation, right? It's not even my organisation, we own it together, right? I don't ever bring anybody in and go, come over here, invest in this and you're going to be a millionaire in a minute. Of course not. The vast majority of people who join the business in 3 or 4 figures a month, right? The vast majority are happy customers who pay for their products, have a few customers each, maybe a few team members around the globe. But you know what we all have? We all have the same opportunity. Where else is that? I didn't have the same opportunity as everybody else when I worked in corporate life. When I took a year off to have my children, and then my first child, and a year off to have my second child, I didn't have the same chance when I came back. Of course I didn't, because I wasn't there in the morning when they opened up the office. Sometimes I had to leave early to pick the kids up from school. So suddenly, I wasn't the same as everybody else. In this industry, everybody is the same. Everybody has the same chance. You, me, Mary down the street, Billy up the road, men, women, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what your intelligence levels are, it doesn't matter what your confidence is like. This is the most egalitarian platform you're ever going to find for normal people to create an extraordinary life if they want to. And this is the key point, right? If they want to. Not if Alice Beer thinks that it's okay, not if this morning, say it's socially acceptable. There are 6.3 billion people on social media. Do you think having an online business where there's 6.3 billion people is a good idea in 2021 or a bad idea? It's a good idea. Of course it's a good idea. Is it for everybody? Probably not, right? Probably not. But does that mean we shouldn't give everybody the same opportunity to have it if they want to? It's not my place to take it away from somebody, and neither is it a jumped up, ill-informed TV programmes either. So I'm incredibly passionate about what we do. I love it. Right? I love it. I love everybody who does it. I love the fact that it's fun. I love the fact that I have great friends in this community. I love the fact that it has kept me sane over the last 12 months. I love the fact that I can log into Zoom 3 or 4 times a day and see people and speak to people and have community. I love the fact that I get paid every single month for what I do and for what my team do, but predominantly for what I do, the effort that I put in, how much I showed up. I love the fact that I can offer this with my hand on my heart. I can look anybody in the eye, anywhere in the world, and tell them this is a real business which is paying real money to real people. Real money to real people every single month, that has done for years and years and years. I've been doing this for 8 years. I'm a baby in the industry. But it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting more and more. And more people are seeing the benefits of network marketing, the benefits of working from home, the benefits of being your own boss, the benefits of having something that is yours. Having something that is yours, building something that is yours. And it's not fair, and it's not right, and it's not good, and it shows a complete lack of integrity for somebody on the television who has that platform to try and whip that away from underneath people. People need this. Whether they know about it or not, whether they're aware of it or not. I didn't know about this industry. All that time I was flogging myself, stressed out of my mind, sitting on the M6 trying to get home in time to pick the kids up from nursery, working at night, late into the night every night on my laptop after the kids had gone to bed. I didn't know there was another way. I didn't know there was a better way. I didn't know there was a way to earn a full-time income in part-time hours. You do now. Because I'll tell you the truth, and so will anybody who actually works in this industry in the right way. But if you don't do it right, if you don't do it right, if you just offer people the world and don't deliver, if you promise people that it's easy money, if you promise people the world, this is a real business. It's a real business. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, it takes commitment. Certainly in our company, what it doesn't take is investment. Right? I don't know, I can't speak for other companies. I don't know the ins and outs of how other companies work. I do know the ins and outs of the company that I'm with and how we work. It doesn't take investment. There is no risk. Literally no risk attached to what we do. You can join the business with me tonight and I can hand on heart tell you that you will not lose a cent because it's impossible. Right? You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to even go to the post office in the business that I'm in. You can literally build your business from home. I spend most of my day, if I want to, sitting at the kitchen table. The dogs are over there. The kids are in their rooms doing their own things. They're in and out. I'm cooking dinner. and I'm creating a full-time income from home around my family. How dare somebody say that that's not a real business? How dare somebody say that it's annoying my friends or I'm losing my family or... How dare they take that chance away from other people who might want to do that too? It's beyond unacceptable to not have had another version of that story. And it's not the first time that it's happened, and it won't be the last time, right? But whenever you hear something that sounds, what people say to me, they go, oh, it sounds too good to be true. Maybe it does. Maybe it does sound too good to be true. But guess what? Some things just are true. Some things just are what they are. Some things are just real. Right? And what network marketing is, when it's done well and it's done properly and it's done with integrity and it's done with a good heart and it's done with the right intent, when it's done properly, like anything, what this industry is empowering. What this industry is a way to help normal people create a replacement or a second income from home around their families. And it's not my place or this morning's place or NetMum's place or anybody else's place to take that chance away from people. Right? We're all adults. We're human beings with our own minds, our own brains. Take a look at it yourself. Right? What they should have said is go and look at it yourself. Go and see. Because I'll tell you something, right? There are people making incredible money in this industry. There are. You might not like it. You might be jealous. Right? People might be jealous. People might be disparaging. But it doesn't change the facts for the matter, which is that there are people making incredible money. Guess what else there are? People making normal money. People making normal money like everything else. People making a few £100 a month. People just paying for their own products. People helping their family to be healthy or use whatever. There's also that. And there is everything in between. From the small additional income that helps to pay the bills or pay for a family holiday, right through to the crazy money that nobody ever really believes is true. And everything in between. But what is the thread that goes through the middle of all of it, which they didn't say this morning because they don't really want you to know, because there's no fun in that story, right? This isn't the fun story, this is the truth. The fun story is that, it's people are losing this and that and it's costing money and blah, blah, people lose their... That's the fun TV story. The real truth is the thread that runs through the middle of all of this is that it's the same for everybody. Everybody has the same chance. Everybody starts at the beginning. Everybody starts at the starting line. It doesn't matter how old you are, what you look like, what your sexuality is, what your nationality is. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. It doesn't matter what your education levels are. Everybody starts at the beginning, but everybody can get to the top. If they want to. Not everybody wants to, and you don't have to. But everybody can. The products are the same for everybody. The business model is the same for everybody. The opportunity is the same for everybody. And our company is the same for everybody wherever you are in the world. I think that's really cool. I think that's the coolest business model I have ever... When I came across this, I was 36 years old. I did it alongside my full-time job for the first year. I retired into my network marketing business age 37. I haven't had to go to work one day since. And I am not the only one. I didn't get in early. My company's 50 years old. That's not getting in at the beginning. Do you know what? I don't even think any of my friends at the beginning of my business were actually customers either. I don't remember anybody that I actually was friends with that I spoke to about the product directly. Most of them I'd spoken to about the product before I even joined the business because I loved it. And you do it anyway. And that's what they didn't say this morning either. Everybody's doing it anyway. We all recommend stuff to people all the time, don't we? We all recommend stuff to our friends. You know, if you see your friend and you haven't seen her for ages and she looks great, and you're like, oh my God, Mary, you look amazing. What are you doing? I use this skin product. I use this hair product. I go to this gym and I take this bloody product. That's what I was doing. Emma, you look amazing. I take this product. What is it? It's Juice Plus. Where can I get it? My friend can get it for you. And he just said to me, what are you doing? You may as well join the business. People are buying it anyway. I recommend my nail technician to people. I recommend my hairdresser to people. I recommend restaurants to people, books that I've read, films that I've seen, holiday destinations that I've been on. Nobody pays me for a single recommendation except Juice Plus. So for somebody to sit on a TV programme and say that that's not a real business, they need to grow up and educate themselves, because frankly, it's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. I feel bad for people who, not just about this industry, but about anything, people who write something off, who know nothing about it. And do you know why people do that in general in life, right? People write stuff off because rather than say, I don't understand it, or in that woman's case, I can't do it, which is the actual truth. She did it for 4 months, crying out loud. You can't do anything and be successful in 4 months. But rather than say, I can't do it or I don't understand it, what people say is it's not real, or it's a scam, or it's a fad, or instead of actually being honest and saying, I don't understand what that is. What is that? Can you tell me a bit more about it? I want to be the second kind of person. I want to be the kind of person who says, God, that sounds amazing. Tell me a bit more about it. And that's what our industry is, right? Our industry is sharing something amazing with people. If people want to join, that's up to them. If they want to buy, that's up to them. If they want to be successful, we'll help them. If they want to do it a little bit, we'll help them. If they want to get healthy, want to get wealthy, we'll help them. If they just want to earn a secondary income to help pay the bills, we'll help them, right? It's an incredible business to be involved in. It's an incredible industry to be involved in. I am incredibly proud of what we do, and I will tell that to anybody who wants to ask me about it, right? This business has enabled me to change my family situation. It's enabled me to be a mum who's able to be here for my children every single day. And it infuriates me that somebody might try and take that away from somebody else who don't even know what it is. They know nothing about it. A bit of the claptrap, and it's like, oh, it's embarrassing. Or your friends will all not want to be friends with you anymore. If your friends are like that, they're not your bloody friends anyway. Right? Your friends should support you. If my friends were selling tiddlywinks at Piccadilly Station, I'd go and buy them. Just whether I want tiddlywinks or not, right? Because that's what friends do. They support each other, right? So don't let small-minded, uneducated, ignorant people take away an opportunity from you or from your friends or from your family that might just be something. Because I'll tell you what, if I'd listened to any of the people, whether online or offline, whether they said it to my face or said it behind my back, if I had listened to any of them, I actually dread to think what my life would be like now. I wasn't unhappy, I wasn't skint, but I was time poor and I was parent poor, right? So if I had listened to any of those people, the Alice Beers of this world, the This Mornings of this world, the Net Mums of this world, the people who think they friggin' know it all when they actually know nothing at all, if I'd listened to any of them, I wouldn't have been here for every single moment of my children's lives for the last 7 years. I wouldn't have been able to take my daughter to Turkey for 6 weeks without her taking any time off work whatsoever, have the whole year to help her to recover from surgery that she needed. I didn't have to ask anybody. I didn't have to take any time off work. I actually got paid every single month, every single week for that time that I was away with her. I was able to be at home with her. That's a fantastic industry that does that for a mum. That's not a scam. That's not a real thing. That's a real thing. It's a real opportunity, and it's not okay. It is not okay for somebody to try and take that away from other people. It isn't okay. So I just wanted to share the other side because they didn't. Right? I am incredibly proud of our industry. I'm incredibly proud of the company that I'm with. I work with the Juice Plus company, and I absolutely love everything about them. Everything they stand for, everything they are, everything they represent. I'm incredibly proud of every single woman that I get to work with, every guy that I get to work with. I'm incredibly proud of all our customers. I'm incredibly proud of the mission that we have. I'm proud of the vision that we have. I'm proud to share it every single day with my head held high, because I know. I don't think. I don't wonder. I don't lie. I know that this is an incredible industry for people who want to achieve something in their lives, big or small. And I will happily talk about it, share it with anybody. So if you love something, whether it's this or something else, be loud and proud about it. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not a real thing. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. I did an Ironman a couple of years ago. Everybody said I couldn't do it. Loads of people were like, I couldn't even ride a bike when I started training for an Ironman. If you want to do something, go do it. Because if one person's done it before you, guess what? It means you can do it too. If one person's climbed Mount Everest, that doesn't mean I can get up in the morning and go climb Mount Everest. I've got to train for it. I've got to get the equipment. I've got to do the training, right? But I could do it if I wanted to. And if you want to join a network marketing business, you can, right? And if you want to earn money doing that, you can. If you want to create a second income doing that, you can. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not a real thing. Don't let people with little ideas and little opinions will steal your dreams from you if you let them. If you want to go and do an Ironman, go do an Ironman. If you want to join a network marketing business, go join a network marketing business. If you want to travel the world, go do it. We have this one life, this one that we've got right here, right now. This is it. This one life. I didn't let anybody tell me what's okay to do and what's not okay to do, and neither should you, right? So, one-sided arguments are not right. I will be totally honest with you. Does everybody who joined the business with me have success? No. Could everybody who joins the business with me be successful? Yes. That's the difference. It's not the business that's the problem, it's us, what we do or don't do, how we feel or don't feel, how much we work or don't work. So it's nothing to do with the industry. The industry is rock solid, amazing. If I want to be successful at something, guess who's got to do the work? Me. If you want to be successful at something, guess who's got to do the work? You. But in this business, you get paid for what you do. Right? So if you want to do it, go do it. If you don't want to do it, that's totally fine. I'm doing it anyway, right? I love it. If you don't want to do it, that's absolutely fine. But don't let people tell you what to do and not to do based on ignorance. Based on them not being able to do something, right? This is an incredible business. It's not right for somebody to say that it isn't. It is. It's an incredible industry. It's changing lives, saving people's lives, helping people keep their heads above water, keep roofs over their heads, keep food on their kids' tables. And I will not allow anybody to take that option away from people. That's not right. And that's not fair. And that's actually pure lies. So, have a lovely evening. My rant over. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because I ummed and ahed about whether to do this at all because I don't really like to give negative people any of my energy or any of my airtime. However, I think it's important enough that it needs addressing. And I addressed it 3 years ago. If you go onto my page, you'll see almost a similar rant that I did 3 years ago in my car. To the day, 15th of February 2018. Exactly the same thing. Weirdly enough, it came up on my memories this morning. And here we are. I probably haven't had to do it since, but here we are 3 years later with stupid people with no knowledge of what they're talking about, again, trying to rip it out from under people. I will not allow that to happen. Not on my watch. right? And if you want to ask me about it, feel free. I'll talk to anybody. I'll tell you what it really is. I'll tell you the pitfalls. I'll tell you the opportunity. I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. I'll tell you. I've got nothing to hide, nothing. This is me, right? You meet me in the flesh is the same as meet me on social media. It's the same. So feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to ask me anything. I have nothing to hide, right? This business has absolutely changed my life because I chose to make it work for me. If somebody else didn't, that's not down to the industry. That's down to them. And to not take responsibility for that and blame the industry is utter nonsense. It's absolute nonsense and it's pure embarrassing. And she should be embarrassed and ashamed of herself. And that's my last word on the matter. I love what I do. I would love it if you want to get involved in it. If not, just do something that you love to do, right? Find what you love to do and find a way to make an income doing that. And be happy about it. And don't try and put other people off doing the things that they want to do. Thank you so much for watching, listening. Feel free to share this. I want the world to know that we are a real industry with real money, with real people changing real lives. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining. Bye.